I heard that you are feeling a little uncertain about your next steps. If you feel like, maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. If there's anyone that knows that feeling, it's me. I want to talk to you today about why feeling uncertain is actually a good thing, what it means, how you can view it, and also some tips and tricks to navigate it. Because as high achieving women, we're always looking for, solutions to our problems. We're always looking for like, okay, and the next thing, and the next thing. Like, what else can I learn? What else can I do? The answer is going to surprise you. I want to explain what uncertainty means because I think that once you understand the meaning behind it, it can allow you to shift from a place of like, oh my gosh, this is awful, to a place of like, oh, this is actually going to benefit me in the long run. When you feel uncertain, it's really just an invitation for you to start questioning your current reality. Now you're starting to think to yourself, like, is this working for me? Is this what I actually want? Where does this not feel true to me? And do I want to keep doing this? And the only person that knows that is you. You cannot ask ChatGPT to get you out of being uncertain because you are the only person that knows this answer. Let's talk about what you can do when you are feeling uncertain. I think that is so exciting and it's so beautiful, and it really is this exciting space to be in. I have felt like that probably 3 times within the last year, but I will tell you that each time I was there, it was for shorter and shorter periods of time, because what I know now, I applied each time and I was able to move through it quicker and with more gratitude. So the first thing that I would suggest is to accept it and to see it for what it is. It's a time in life when you are kind of floating between things, you are figuring things out, and that is totally fine. It's okay to not always know what's next. It's okay to not have a plan. As type A high achieving women, that's really uncomfortable. And so this period is really inviting you and asking you, hey, like, how much do you trust in yourself and in just life that things are going to work out? We are floating, we are focusing on ourselves, we're listening to our bodies during this time, and we're just figuring it out, and we're going to enjoy the ride. So the second thing that you need to do is to turn inward. Once you feel uncertain, this is just a call to consistently do these self-assessments and always be checking in with yourself. Ways you can do this: you can journal, you can meditate, you can go on long walks in nature, you can, get lost in a book or whatever it is. Just like get quiet and sit with yourself. So this also might look like limiting your social media intake, limiting certain groups and certain friends, certain family members even, because this time isn't about those people or those activities. This time is about you. This is about you getting very clear with yourself and you listening to your body, because what's going on is your body knows the answer, but there's so much noise that you can't hear it just yet. So that's why turning inward is really important during this time. So all you need to do is get quiet, sit with yourself, and start to listen for the answers. So the next thing you can do is to get clear on your values. And this is really helpful because it allows you to understand more about your North Star and like what you actually care about. You're feeling uncertain, you're starting to question your current reality. And so then the next logical step is to figure out, okay, well, if I don't care about this and if this doesn't feel good, then what do I care about and what would bring me happiness? And knowing your values really helps you make decisions from a very authentic, aligned place. I started doing this probably just within the last 2 years, and I found it to be very helpful because it allows me to make decisions against my values. Does this align with my values? Yes or no? If no, do I need to be moving forward with this? The way to figure out what your values are, it's just a series of questions that you have to ask yourself, and you have to really pay attention to what comes up for you. What do you happily spend time and energy doing? What actually brings you joy, and where do you like spending your time? What do you enjoy spending money on? So think about it in terms of where do you like spending money, not necessarily, what do you have to spend your money on? The next one, what do you spend a lot of time thinking about? If you don't like your job, what else do you spend your time thinking about? That's another question you can ask yourself. What do you like to research and learn more about on your own time? What are those topics that you're naturally interested in? What did you like doing as a child? This is really essential because when we're children, we are literally like our truest version. And what happens is over time, we acclimate to society and we grow up, become adults, but in childhood, we're very free. We're not necessarily worrying about too many things. It's important to go back to your childhood and think about, when I was a child, what did I enjoy thinking of? What did I enjoy doing? What makes you feel the most alive? When you are doing something, what makes you feel so present and excited and just gives you this feeling of yes, I'm not overthinking. I love being here, and I just really value this time doing whatever. That's the last one. I mean, there's a ton of questions, but basically you want to land on 3 to 5 different words, and those are your values. So once you have your values, then you can start to go through and you can say, okay, these are my values. This is what's important to me. This is at my core